one, anticlimactic, unless you're an Indian fan, when you loved it. You almost had this expectation, I did at least, based on nothing, that each game in the series was going to come down to, 3-2, 6-5, men on second and third, one out in the ninth. And I did have a couple situations, the seventh especially, where Miller was just unbelievable, getting out of a bases-loaded jam. But the Indians, at some point you got to figure out and understand. They write it interestingly today, Boom, in the paper. They're like, the surprising Indians. There's nothing surprising about them.
Now that's not surprising.
I mean, they have been the best, one of, if not the best team in baseball most of the year. They're terrific at home. They're terrific thus far this postseason. And the Chicago Cubs, listen, the same thing I say about the Knicks. It's one game, but amazingly, as good as the Cubs have been, they're either all in, it seems, or they're all out. They either score 8 runs or they get shut out.
Kind of reminds you of the Mets, doesn't it?
A lot, yeah.
Yeah. It was nice to see Kyle Schwarber in there.
He had a double off the wall.
Yes,
right.
I thought maybe
had 2 spots though. He had RBI opportunities.
Well, it's a really tough spot, lefty on lefty with Miller and everything. I think it was Smoltz last night, the analyst. Was unbelievable. He just kind of took you through Miller and how many balls that he throws up there that are not strikes that the guys are swinging at.
Yeah.
And that's, that was the old John Franco when Franco was back in Cincinnati. I'll never forget this. Going to Cincinnati games, I'm like, why are people swinging at these pitches that he's throwing? Every pitch is out of the strike zone, and these idiots up there hacking away, and they don't even have a chance. And then, later on in his career, I think people started to figure that out, and they stopped swinging.
Sure.
And then you start walking guys and start nibbling, and you don't trust your fastball. You can't groove an 85-mile-an-hour fastball. But I think that's kind of the secret to Miller. Now, he can throw a strike anytime he wants. That's probably the best part of who he is. But, boy, I'll tell you what, it is hard, and he changes speeds, and he's got sliders and curveballs and fastballs at 94, 95 miles an hour. But you got to lay off the bad pitches. That's how he gets himself ahead in the count. You're swinging at bad pitches.
I mean, bases loaded in the top of the 7th and nobody out, and the Cubs don't score a run. And I thought on the pop-up to center, just the way the fielder came in on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you get aggressive there. That made it 1 out. But Miller then, gets out of the inning, and they went 6-0. Now, tonight, they moved the game up an hour. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. It's supposed to rain tonight at 8 o'clock in Cleveland, right?
Right.
So they don't want to start the game at 8 o'clock because it's going to be potentially raining at 8 o'clock.
Right.
Well, why start the game at 7 o'clock? It's like you're getting the entire game in. You're going to start at 7. You're going to be in the 4th inning at 8:15, right?
And then it's going to be raining.
And it's going to be raining. So moving the game up 1 hour to avoid an 8 o'clock rain doesn't seem to make much sense to me. Does it make any sense to you? You're going to play in the rain tonight.
So do you think tonight at 10:15?
Go ahead.
The game is going to be in a delay, or are they going to be playing in it?
I'd have to go check my Dark Sky app.
Yes.
But they're saying it's going to rain.